Besiktas get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today? Shapes to shoot! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Zola. Del Piero. Zola. And it's Del Piero. Schneider tries to pass it through. Bale in acres of space out wide. Shot a goal! And that's a sharp finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Lahm, impressive jump!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Bullet. Del Piero. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And that pass just didn't quite work. Good take, takes a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Besiktas with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Oh, it's played into the area. Lahm is there, and he can get that clear. Clipped into space. That's an excellent interception. Casillas gets it clear. Driving through. He's had a shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. Into the lead once more. He just absolutely speared that in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Besiktas have their lead. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Hernandez. There's the shot! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, great defending, that needed doing. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Hernandez, now it's Torres. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, super find. And he's in on goal. big chance! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Arsenal with the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Bullet. No, that's been intercepted. Besiktas are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Albertini. Iniesta. What's going wide left?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Not the most accurate pass. And it's Iniesta. Stam. Rummenigge.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's found a way past. He has found a way through. And this is Pele. Lovely bit of skill. Has a look up and delivers. Lahm with the clearance. That pass has been well intercepted. Rummenigge knocks it into... And the finish! And a neat finish! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Besiktas dragged themselves back again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter.
Here's a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
This possibly the last play of the half. And that has been cleared. And the referee says that is that for the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, few would have predicted a scoreline like this. After all of that, we are still level at the break somehow. And so we're off again.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's a good foray he's making. And this is Pele. He's having a shot! Superb goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Chance, surely! And that would have been some goal.
Bale just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge, and he'll rise to it.
Corner number 2 then. And that was very necessary. Looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bullet.
Besiktas are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Lahm. And it's Lahm. They get a throw in. Schneider. Iniesta. Oh, it's a great ball here. Great chance! He's looking wide. Del Piero does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
Forward it goes. Fernando Torres. Del Piero. Desai, always a very imposing presence at the back. Lam, he's found a way through. And it's Del Piero. Goes for a shot! Albertini. Aims beyond the defence. Can he finish? And he hits the net. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And he's there to retrieve it. Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. Pele. Bullet. This looks promising. Cafu. Cafu ventures forward. That's tidy. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Messi really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
He's shifting through the gears here. Deftly away. Now it's Snyder. Now this could be real chance! And no mistake. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. Arsenal now just needing one.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And he cuts out the supply.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Can he latch on to this?
Oh, great feat, that.
He's picked his way through. That could spell trouble. Besiktas clearly now in lead preservation mode. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now there's a fine ball. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Besiktas have their second corner now. Zola goes short.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And he's intervened well there. And it's Lam. Threads one in. Look at the space here. Chance! He's got a goal! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
The goal for Besiktas, number 14, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. So the orchestra tunes, the patrons take their seats. The curtain is about to rise at the Theatre of Dreams once more. Things already rolling. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think it'll be interesting to see what Warren Zaire-Emery has been tasked with. First and foremost, he's a defensive midfielder, and to play that position, you need athleticism, you need legs, you need to be able to get about the pitch. And I think he adds a good balance to the team, because defensively, he knows there's going to be a lot of traffic.
Shot, surely! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
And it's Messi. Can he get it through? Cafu! He is just caressing the ball. And this is Pele. Dani Olmo. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Cafu. Good ball, good take. They're urging him to shoot. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Besiktas! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So, a breakthrough already. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. No, that's been intercepted. Tries to play it through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Throw in. Pull it. Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's under a lot of pressure there.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Besiktas very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Short changes him with that pass. Dani Olmo. Del Piero. Lam is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. He's got away. And it's been hooked away. Desai. And it's Lam. Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he's managed to get free. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
That has been cut short. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Girassi. Girassi shoots! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He was played in well, though, Peter. At least that gets approval all round.
Cafu. Messi. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Del Piero. Bullet, who can single-handedly make a difference. And here's Messi. Look at the space. Big chance! And there's a goal. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Besiktas are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Always onto this. Oh, super ball. Cafu. Showing great feet there. Zaire Emery tries to clear. Ibrahimovic did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Lam is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, that's a key interception. Dani Olmo and Zaire Emery. Lam making good progress.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's a sharp little ball here. Zaire Emery. Nicely aimed pass. And that could well leave a mark. Plenty. That's it, 45 minutes up. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Besiktas looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. He has found the way through. And it's Hullet. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Aims beyond the defence. Knocks it into space. And this is Ibrahimovic. He's in, takes a shot! And a neat finish! It is an explosive start to the second half.
Messi really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And this is Pelé. Pelé. Messi is onto this. Dani Olmo. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's been cut out, well played. That is lovely. Solar. Lam. Oh, good. Oh, he's hit the bar. And this is Pelé. He's going for goal.
The attendance for this match.
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 19.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Cleared without hesitation. Del Piero. It's out for a goal kick. Great vision. And that's a shot at goal! Goal! Oh, that was sharp. Deliciously sharp.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Now it's Pelé. He's found a way through. Can he get on the end of this? He's shifting through the gears here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. He's looking wide. And here's Neymar. Now it's Guirassy. Guirassy unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. Pele, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Rummenigge. Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Desai makes the interception. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And this is Messi. Edmilson. And it's Del Piero. Pele. Cafu. And a header! And that really should have been that.
Messi is fully aware of how important that could have been.
Substitution for
Probably
Barcelona.
game, set and match.
Number 11, Messi. Number 16, Fermin. Coming on the field, number
Now it's Messi.
17.
Now it's Pele.
Oh.
He's on it. Can he get
Number
away?
10, Jolinton.
Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now, can they get him away? And this is Ibrahimovic. He's picked his way through. Great chance! Oh, he's been caught napping. Del Piero. And it's Lam. Del Piero. That's tidy. And he can thump it away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Into the last 5 minutes. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Pele! It's hit the upright. Gehi clears without hesitation. Cafu. Cafu makes a move down the right. Chance! Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. So he's plotting something before playing it in. And the shot! In he goes again!
Well, he got rid because he was
There
under
will be
pressure.
3 minutes added time.
Camavinga.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Girassi. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Crosses it in here. He's had a shot! And again! It's not an especially good pass, that. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody,
stadium,
and
and the
welcome to
players on the
today's
pitch are
match.
raring to go
Besiktas
any minute now.
Against Marseille.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
Well, Peter, it's a joy to have a chance to watch one of the finest to emerge from the African continent, Samuel Eto'o. He backs up his goals with a really strong work rate, and he's always effective, whether on or off the ball.
Yeah, fantastic talisman for his nation.
And more disciplined than people credit him.
Zola picks it up out wide. Dani Olmo. Roberto Carlos. Vinicius Junior is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with him.
He's having a hit! He has hit that forcefully.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Eto'o. Raul. Eto'o in acres of space out wide. Pele is onto it in a flash. Messi running with the ball. It's a promising position, and he lines up a cross. Cannavaro is there, and he can get that clear. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. He's had it taken off him. Messi. Back when it goes. Has to go back here. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Marseille have it back and can go again. Zola. Still goalless. Oh, cracking ball. He's a sharp little ball here. Zola was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's fabulous. Pele. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And they can counter here. Pele. Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. Xavi Alonso has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Besiktas with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Marseille have the chance to go the other way. Now, can they get him away? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, that pass isn't the best. Tries to...
Big chance! Goal!
Besiktas! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Besiktas are such an adept counter-attack.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Besiktas against Senegal.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that.
There's the shot! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And the finish! It's a goal! 2, and we've barely begun here.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Senegal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
He can run onto that. Dembele. This is Dembele. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, Reed.
Decent chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're threatening to fly away here. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
It's Dembele! Not the most convincing of passes. Besiktas already looking up at the vast mountain they've been left to climb. And it's Del Piero. Pull it. That's very neat. Cafu delivers with whip. The Marlon tries to clear.
Besiktas are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Could be danger here. Can he finish? Oh, good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That was a given. It always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Senegal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That ball looks a good one. Lam. Del Piero. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Lam. Lovely bit of skill. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Lam venturing down the left. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he was quick to react. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And this is Dembele. Oh, a gilt-edged chance! Dembele! And he hits the net. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Cruyff. Oh, super ball. Chance! Pele. And the counter is on. Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Messi. Nice control. Messi stood his ground strongly. Now this could be a chance. That is lovely. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, it's Dembele. And it's Del Piero. Looking for options for movement. So a temporary halt to the action. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Hello attendees,
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Would the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt kindly make his way to the information centre?